Hello, hello, welcome, US Geoguessr and geography fans. The professor is here. I am going to play another challenge from Shmoo Gaming. This one caught my eye. I haven't been playing all of these. I've been slacking, admittedly, but Minnesota caught my eye. Shout out Shmoo Gaming. Check out their channel. Give them some likes. Give them some more subscriptions. Wow, they're really getting up there in subscribers. Help them hit 1,000. That's going to be their next milestone. But check out their challenges, check out their gaming videos, not just US Geoguessr, but lots of different cool stuff. But today I'm going to be playing Minnesota, and before I start, just a brief story about Minnesota, why I am playing this state in particular. I played a duel in Minnesota just a few days ago against a Minnesota native who was excited to play Minnesota with me. And I told him before we started, Minnesota's not my best state, man. So please forgive me if I don't play that well. And of course, I ended up playing like one of my best seeds ever. So I'm sorry, Minnesota guy, for like 5K'ing 3 times against you, and really just having one of the most insane seeds of my life in Minnesota. So that's why I picked this today. Thanks, Shmoo. Feeling pretty confident about Minnesota, I'm not gonna lie. I still don't think it's one of my best states, but feeling better after I had that awesome seed the other day. So we're looking at a 507 area code, a 507, 51st Street Northwest and Duval Place Northwest. Okay. So 51st Street Northwest and 52 Avenue. Okay, so this is a double system. We're going east, double numbered system. Okay, so double numbers, I think. Does that mean Rochester? My first instinct here is Rochester because I don't think that like any of these other Minnesota cities have the double numbering. I 5K'd in St. Cloud the other day because we had St. Cloud bins. And yeah, that's what I was worried about. But notice how there's no Northwest. They also have a double system, double number system, for lack of a better term. But I'm gonna go with my first instinct here. Let's try to 5K this 51 Street and 52 Ave. That would put us like out this way. Does that make sense? It looks like it does. It looks like it does. And that would put us maybe like here? 51 and 52. Oh yeah, Duval. That's where we were, right? Nice. Nice. Okay. So I wasn't on it, but I was real close. Yeah, look at that. I was at the other Duval there. Okay, whatever. I was 1 block away. That's a great way to start in Minnesota. And I didn't know that 507, but now I think I will remember. Double directional grid system, 507 area code, Rochester, Minnesota. For some reason, Rochester, Minnesota comes up a lot. I will never forget a world duel I was playing. And I really have like almost completely stopped playing World. But when I did, I remember that I had a duel, and I very confidently plonked Rochester, New York. Because the sign, well, no, the signs look similar, but in Rochester, New York, they would have been blue. I very confidently plonked New York, and of course it was Rochester, Minnesota. I love when that happens the other way around. I also had a very memorable duel with, I think, a player from Europe where we were in Philadelphia, Mississippi. And I'm sure you can figure out what happened on that. But I ended up winning. Here we are in just the north woods of Minnesota. I don't think we are going to be able to get a clue with 50 seconds left. I should have just stayed where I was at and saved myself some clicks, huh? because it doesn't look like we're going to get much. Although, is that... Ooh, yeah, we do. Kuchiching County. Okay. So, Kuchiching, UT67. That's the only clue we're going to get. And Kuchiching is up here somewhere. I think Kuchiching might be International Falls area. Is that possible? I don't have time to try to zoom. I know Kuchiching is a really big county, too. I think it's just somewhere around where I'm at. Yeah, I was getting there. I kind of thought International Falls, but Kuchiching's real big. Like, I think even maybe where I am might have still been it, but GG Catalyst. I mean, that just looks like a very random Northwoods plonk, but wow. Really nice job there. I even had a sign and I couldn't beat you. GG's. Can't wait to watch the Minnesota video and see how you got that one. I just had nothing. I mean, it's pretty clearly northern Minnesota, though, right? I mean, it looks way, way different from where we are here. Stop rambling and try to teach you a little something about Minnesota. Here, I think I'd go much more down towards like Albert Lee, South Dakota, southern Minnesota. It's just so much more agricultural. We have these crops here. I'm a true crime junkie, so if anybody knows the Brandon Swanson case, it was a disappearing missing persons case in like southwestern Minnesota, over around like Canby and Lyon. Lind, yeah, Lind was that's where he thought he was when he disappeared. But we're not there. We're just in a similar landscape. I mean, we're definitely south of where we were in that last round in Kuchiching County, right? Here we are in Hennepin County, and my knowledge of counties is going to come in very handily here because Hennepin is the same county as Minneapolis. So Hennepin is not that large. It's really not. So I would have to say that we are probably like out in extreme western suburbs of Minneapolis, I would say. Maybe out here in like Wayzata, Minnetonka, somewhere like that. I'm going to keep it right about here because I believe this would still be Hennepin County. Although now I'm starting to second guess myself because I don't think Hennepin is as big as Kuchiching. So I might like hedge a little bit closer to the city. Man, Catalyst there again. Catalyst, do you just know your Minnesota counties? It's impressive. GG's, you're still, those last two guesses have been like so solid. Wow. Chaos Queen doesn't look like she is very comfortable in Minnesota. She's just making some like center state guesses, it looks like. Sometimes these like state maps can get really hard. And now that I'm doing pretty good in Minnesota, I'm going to take back my statement that Minnesota is not really my best state because I do know the counties. And we're going to get another county sign here, although it's going to be difficult to read. What does that say? I don't know what that says. That's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. Here's another one. Can I get closer? Watonwan County? Does it say Watonwan? Yeah, Watonwan. Okay, I know that's a Minnesota county. That's about all I got. Watonwan and St. James. Okay. Watonwan is, I want to say, down by like North Dakota, over by like North Dakota. We're in St. James, though, with 40 seconds left on the map. Am I going to be able to find this? This is really, I think, going to be my only shot. St. Charles is unfortunately not going to be it. St. James, Minnesota. This is where my Minnesota knowledge like starts falling apart because I don't know these random places. Sauk Center. Where's Watonwan County? I thought Watonwan County was down here, though. Maybe over near the border, so I'm going to go there. Yeah, see? It's where I thought it was, and I just couldn't, like... I mean, granted, North Dakota's farther up that way, but... Hey, I don't know. Just couldn't find St. James. How are we doing 4 rounds in? 12, 5, 15. Not the best, but... If we get up to like 15,000, I think 15,000 is a decent for 2 minutes. You guys don't give me a lot of time either. Okay, Highway 81. Highway 81. Is that going to be our only saving grace here? Kind of like Coochin County. Watonwan County didn't help me. All right, Highway 81. Drinking water. Okay, this is a map of Minnesota. That just doesn't... Could you give me like a red X or something? You are here? All right, Highway 81. I'm thinking... I'm thinking Northwoods again. Just from the general vibe, everything's like this fall coverage. Highway 81 is also one that I could have sworn was up here, but that's Highway 61. Dang it. Highway 81. Are you going to be able to help me at all? See, this is where my Minnesota knowledge, or lack thereof, is just kind of getting exposed. I have to, like, go to the map and just hope I find things. 87... It definitely looks more like this North Country area to me. Maybe here. I mean, it's probably going to be a bad send, but just look how birchy this forest is. And looking at it, I probably went the wrong way. No, I mean, it's not telling me much. I might hedge a little bit back down this way, but it's hard telling. Yeah, look, we were way up in the Arrowhead. Now, wait a second. Did that say Highway 61 and not 81? What the heck? Like, I had it, right? And I thought that's where we were. Highway 61. Crap. Well, that was a tough location. That was way out in the Arrowhead, and see, like, all of us wanted to just hedge northern Minnesota, but wow, if I could have figured out that was 61 instead of 81, I really would have done well for myself. All right, so final results. Wow, Catalyst is really going to have some bragging rights here, huh? He strong second place, 11111. Very palindromatic number there, sir. But GG's again to you. You had some really strong guesses for sure. Minnesota, wow, some tough locations, many on the border of the map, which is not going to lead to good scoring at all. So, Catalyst, you really took that one, but I still narrowly edged you out. Not a great score, 12,620, but I can't feel too bad about myself. I do feel like I learned a little bit more about Minnesota in the process, and hope you did too. That's really what it's all about. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Shmoo Gaming, for the challenge, and I will catch you next time in another state.